Okay, so we're back at the boss after I've been doing a lot of looking around in the mod, and it's the, I forget what this guy's called. It's a nice, is it like a 2-stage fight? But I didn't realise some of these actually buff you. We picked up this turtle pretty early on. Receives 20% additional healing from all sources. Unmatched friend to the tarnished with great calamities of foes. Titanous presence augments the total stamina of the summoned by 50% additional when stuck in combat. The summoner receives 5% of total stamina and such and such. Considering all the other ones, not. Now I have seen some of these other ones, some other people that were streaming the game with a summon on the off. There's one with the frenzied or whatever you pick up. I didn't know. It could have been took it off because we usually have. Sometimes we just use the witches because they just nail things down. Do you know what I mean? But just gonna give this a go. These, yeah, wait, it's not these, is it? Yeah, these are from here. 2 demi-dragons of Noxborough. Yeah, this is what the boss is called. Daya Craft. It's just like it's the frost boss. It's all it is. Tree. I thought there was something a bit with this. No, I just thought just didn't seem right as a summon, just a small tortoise, because it does come from a DLC. But let's go back into melee. I'm trying to try some of the spells up high. So like for the next playthrough, well, stream. This will be the going on to the last recording. This fight, just this fight, then we're taking home Fire Giant, Elden Beast. I think Elden Beast, it might be changed, or I really don't know. Anyway. As talismans goes, it always makes sense to use a 2-handed, right? But then you get these very, very good. This, yeah, it's because we're getting the frost is absolutely penetrating our armor. So there's nothing really here. This guy launched a lot of frost in you. I've never used this. The twin blade, never ever used it. Might have done, you know, considering having 5,000 hours in the game on console, and I've done a lot of walkthroughs as well and mods and whatnot. And I've changed this because this guy absolutely throws out. It's not so much damage; he just throws out a lot of frost. As the fight starts in there, I didn't look down there then. So, why lightning proof? I'm just trying to think because there's nothing here. There's nothing to sort of, unless you has played this class. This class here, this enemy here. Oh, this was here as well. I didn't see this. Considering we've already fought the boss a couple of times last night or yesterday. Okay. And Scorpion Stew. Very nice. We nearly got this boss. We just fought him about half an hour ago, but I had to reset the. You have to go back. I had to reset the. Because we had it on Godric's Ruin. I found a very, very good bow. That will come to that later on. The bow is most probably, with the bow, it's like the bone blade, but it's called the Shadow Tree bow. Found up in Hinterlands. Fantastic. So with this, we've got our buffs, more or less. So this guy's super annoying, I do know that. And try our little guy. from the load, this is. Are we getting tortoise buff? I don't know whether Turtle's doing anything. I don't know. Was we getting a buff? Because I've had him right down to the end of his... I've got to do all this setup again. I've done the spells, we nearly had him with the spells, but then we only had... I had to go back because we only had 3 blue. Actually, before I come out, I was just reading about the tortoise, and I thought, hold on. But then... yeah, we are getting a bit of RNG here. I do know that. Two-handed. I've always been on the show. I've always gone with use it, but not always. This mod has changed. This mod with all the bleed and whatnot. Hold on. Instead of that, totally forgot about this. Oh, we haven't got a twiggy. Oh shit. I should have put a twiggy cracked here and it would have worked. With this weapon anyway. Yeah, because we're not getting the melee hits. Yeah. Damn. That means going all the way back when you can't just change it here. You know, it's not like I can go, alright, let's just change our physic here into, you know, something that's doing a bit of damage. We wasn't doing damage then because we have had the holy one on, but the twiggy cracked one is consecutive hits. Well, with buff guy, I mean, yeah, but we need a little bit of help because you can't use summons really. You can only use the little ones. You take too much damage otherwise. Unless if I have to go back, then we just have to bloodhound step all the way back here. This guy's been, yeah. I just right at the last minute chose the physic over that. We nearly got this guy with spells though as well, by just sitting back and letting the witches, because they always do, out of all the ones that I've gone for or just come by, the witches always the ones, because they do that thorn, bleed and whatnot. And if you're using spells, it gives you time to sit back and cast some of these spells, you know, when technically this is more of a melee build than that. Right, let's just go for it. Oh, I noticed with the turtle we didn't take the debuff, like, you know, 20%. No, about 10% of your health down. This is the guy that's on the launcher, yeah? It's just a bit of RNG there at the end. It's the lightning. Wonder if I should change because we went a bit defensive in the physic. Doesn't matter. Spells sort of works a little bit, but it's just him darting about these lightning thingies. This weapon's too slow. I don't know what does more damage. Mostly this, but it's just too slow. This is not kicking in either. No. Successive attacks. Well, for the first time, this could be the first time, but I don't know. Let's go with the twin blades then. Tried magic, it's not too bad. Most probably this spell, not this spell. This spell just get away from him, and because you can resummon as many times, you know. This ain't come into effect yet. Oh, good old velvet thing. Get used to these new bosses. no effect. But one thing did work, was the talisman. Yeah. That one there. First phase and second phase. I was trying to keep an eye on This hasn't kicked in once. Nope. Usually you see this flash up when you're near to death. I don't know, it does sort of like, I don't really understand it that much. Near to death, sometimes it comes up and you get like a bubble around you, or it just comes up. When it's up, it stays up sometimes, but not in this fight. It just seems to... Oh, we haven't got it on at the moment. It gives us these like white footsteps. Or raise all physical attack. We're doing holy and in. This or this got a buff. The Shard of Alexander. More poise. Wait, there's 69 poise. That. The Shard of Alexander apparently so got a buff. That is the small one. I can't get out of his died. Wow. That is some serious... God. I mean, we have only tried this weapon and a spell. And boost our poise up. I think we need damage. These two are very good damaging, but you take a lot, but we can't even... It's strange how I've had him down to a pinch of health and he just... 1 minute you go and he just throws a buttload of lightning at you. I'll tell you what we're going to try. Take this off. Because this... why this weapon is good, because it can't... But he's just jumping out of it and doing all kinds of stuff. You know? Let's go with... let's try Malakev's. He's punching through that. which is alive, is going through the other one. I bet spells would be... I've tried spells on him, we haven't thrown nothing at him, no sleep pots, all this stuff we've got is all to waste. You haven't got chance when he's like lightning you, everything. Until you know, until you've got a class that is going to absolutely blast him, which, playing this class mostly, because I know what class this would be. This mostly could be on 2 classes. Seems to get nothing from the hill. We're going to use Malekith's, considering it does more damage. It's just slow. Right, we've tried spells. That nearly worked halfway. The only other thing would be is to go back and do it. Change the physic. Well, we can't. Well, I don't know why they put the grace all the way back, right back there. Actually, I forgot what I was doing now. Yeah, taking that off, just to give ourselves a little bit of a, which I can't remember if I've done. No, because we're not. The blessing of the grace, which is quite a bit of a hill. Considering, but it's whether this works or not, because I've always, when I've read this, it says, oh, deliver so much more damage, and the same with this, the spells, but then this is a mid, this is not like playing full melee and absolutely smash guy, or extremely one stat strong spell guy. It's just mid. The reason being is, for me, with this class, and you can use this weapon, you don't have to, you just have to make sure you got enough in to wield it, in case you haven't got the in, which is, what is it here? It's 20, because it's a weapon that if you're struggling with Moog, that will get you through it if some of the spells aren't working, you know. This hasn't kicked in yet, like this hasn't. Which is strange in this boss fight. I haven't seen it once kick in. So we will go again with this. Instead of that. So right, let me just... Right, apparently so. Just to do something else. So when I was looking at someone talking about this, only before I started this recording, so that is the only thing. That is meant to last a minute. Yep. Considering this is the last weapon, this is a lot stronger than the other weapon, but it doesn't put in the vortex. We got a spell that actually does this as well. So this Opaline Pickled here is very strong, but it's just we haven't got nothing. Magic might work. I mean, we got that. Yeah, I just think it's a bit of an RNG. We do just up against it at the moment when he's being sort of passive a little bit. And we don't have to do this boss. No, we can just finish it off now, but it's because we've started it. I can come back. It's like when they had the Servant of Rock boss, I had so much trouble beating him, and I had to come back and beat him with another class. Oh, this is a long time ago. So, let's just take all my health down. So the Servant of Rot, there's a... there. Nearly instant kills on that. Absolutely dick time. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not doing enough damage. No, in the physic. I change it to the damage negation. Alright. Let's just try something else instead of going all the way back there. Spells. Yeah. We nearly got my spells earlier. Literally. So it's gonna be mostly that. Now this is the new. This is the new. Was right? So the boss, the new boss that I struggled on, right, was this guy here, right? The Scion of the Sealed God, right? I couldn't do him for whatever like, and I had the Dragon Cultist. Yeah, I had some weapons that you get in that class, right? That are like Dark Souls 3, the weapons that those from the Ring City, those big bonk weapons that they drag along the floor and they fly you up in the sky. Literally the same moveset. I hate them, right? But they reworked on it. They've done a lot of damage. But this guy, the Sign of the Sealed God, this was a 3-stage fight. It's not no more. It's just a 2-stage fight. Yeah. It's in a rot, and you get a really good weapon off him, and it's basically his horns, like his rot and bleed, you know. And I think that got nerfed, but I was like, do you know what? I just couldn't do him. You know what I mean? But it's because I was trying to fight him with weapons that weighed an absolute ton, right? When I thought, do you know what? We'll come back and get you next time. So I went on, left this boss, but not this boss. I left that boss there. I thought, right, I'll get you next time, because the next new boss after that was, we're talking a couple of years ago now, when that was a new boss. So then the next new boss was this one, right? When they done this, and I thought, I'm not worried about you, because the classes have been changed and whatnot. It was my time. Bit of a story. It's my time to actually go down and destroy you. Alright? Because I thought to myself, I was watching people, all kinds of levels, beat him. Whether you, because this is in a rot, right? And it's just like Millennium's music is playing in there, even though they've changed all the music in there as well. And I thought, do I fight this with... This was a question. With a certain talisman, right? There's a rock talisman, right? Have we got any negation ones yet, right? So, they didn't have this. Right, this rock here, we won't be going down there. I just thought in case... I didn't know which way we was going to go earlier with the path. But this lowers by 5, so you're immune to rot, poison. This is before I'm talking, and the Princess of Death and Madness. In case we was going to go to a new area, but we're going to do a new. The next run will be Madness, you know. Considering we run that last year, but it's got some powerful spells, a lot more powerful than this. And that was me with the with that boss. I thought, well, I don't need to do him. He's a new boss, and he was like a bug in my side. I thought, I haven't got him, and I didn't get that weapon. Now, you can spawn all these weapons in, but I don't do that. You know, I'd rather get him myself via cheat engine. I thought we'd get you. Then when they done the big update, I mean this is the massive update of what they got here. But when they done the overhaul here and they made this guy here, I didn't go for him. No, we just, like I said, I went. Just keep on going through all these things. We went and we got this guy, and it was such a relief. Then all the others, then we just done every single boss in the game. But that was still when you had a class and all that lot. But I remember the weapons I was trying to beat him with before. There was no way. They'd done a lot of damage, but I launched myself up in the air, and I still think this is a Dragon Cultist. This is when you could have just easily smashed him with the spells, you know. But because these weapons done like got half his health bar, and he had 3 phases back then. And when I done him, I can't remember when he was into 2 phases. What we're going to do is now his spells, yeah, because I've run out. See, with Malekith, I was fluffing over Malekith, and what weapon beats Malekith? When I had all these bleed weapons up, this weapon here destroys in first try. So I know this class is a single stack class, the Frost one, you know, Defrag, whatever his name is. You fight him in a different form somewhere else. But he's extremely. This is like a 2 phases, just very aggressive. Like that enemy we had down here was aggressive. But as spells, we're just going to try this to see if we can back off, because we can resummon these, but it's just a question of because we can fire this out, and then it's not these new spells neither. It'd be some of these and some of these and some of these and some of these. So let's give that a go. If not, I'm going to have to change the physic, or we come back with another time with the boss saying, no, the boss was just too good for us. No way am I getting cheat engine and going to max level, because that's not the answer. Leveling up and whatnot, do you know what I mean? You usually make the enemy stronger as well sometimes, so this is like an 80-hour save now, this is, yep. Farming, going through the game, trying to find everything, and testing stuff and whatnot, just getting used to the new one. And now we've found our new our guy that's giving us a bit of a whooping at the moment, considering we've had him, you know, close, but right, so we want have some of that, have some healing. Not once has this come into effect in here. It's like it's like he's blocking it or something. I haven't seen it flash once, not in here. Now this is nothing to do with melee, so we most really want this scales with magic. I don't know why, because we've got nothing. It's just how they scale things. If it's just saying if I put the magic one on here, whether it is. Are we going to do more damage? No, they did that magic one. It's more for the guy we're facing in now. Just, no. Just hope that. We'll just give it a try. If not, let's come back here. Right. So the only spell I'm thinking of, I've tried the whirlwind. It's not that good. The only thing I think is gonna do some stuff is this burrowing. So it did get a buff. Get these out. One of those is hitting. So you don't trigger them. Look, one of those spells is hitting. Wait a minute, ladies. I was watching some people that's quite a high level when I was fighting it in Discord. It was using some of the iron stuff, the iron aromatic. I can just do this from afar. Just this guy's range and bullshit. we've got our talisman on. Oh, that's bullshit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Drilling me down, and absolutely insta-killing me. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. We had heals and everything, yeah, one fucking grab. And all these new spells, absolutely. Sever the thread. This sever the thread. This is all, this is about the Godskin. This is fighting the Godskin. To stop them doing the buff on you, you know? It's no good in this fight. I mean, we got some of these spells. Let me look at my inventory a minute, on the spells. Just to see. Otherwise, yeah, this is him here, look. 69 in. This is his spells. One stack guy. Now they've nerfed one of these spells. Yeah. The bubble spell from this. And I've played this class and I found this is mostly the Nox. And I bet you this class is very good because one, it's got a lot of poise, the storm guy. That is absolute bullshit. That really, really is. I just haven't got any answers for that. I tried it with the vortex spinning on him in there. We could do the vortex, but that, I mean, you have to keep on punching him with it, do you know what I mean? The vortex is not better than the weapon. I only use these because these usually do a lot of damage. Now I don't know what ended the Twilight with. Coming near you, and just stand you, yeah. spells worked, we got hit by the Graf's Heart, Remembrance of Frame de Graf. What come into effect there? Yeah, we did get our thingy. We didn't do it in melee. No. This Twilight Wisp, right, the strongest spell is like a negating spell, but this one here, that is just like the weapon does. But what I was doing is that, because it pulls you away and it doesn't use a lot of FP. But yeah, it's just absolutely, what an annoying boss. This is like a Garden of Ice boss. The difference with the Garden of Ice boss, I mean, you'll be a lot level higher, do you know what I mean? That's the toughest. That reminds me of, like I was saying earlier, I'll have to cut a lot of that out, because that's nearly an hour on one boss. Exactly when I got stuck on that boss and I just left it. But I thought I don't have to do it, it's just there. You know? Because it was a new boss, then the other new boss come in. I forgot about that, went and done that one. Right, so we got that. We've actually completed this area now. Now, we're not going to do any more areas here. I don't know what the things are like. We've been up as far as where the fingers would start, up to here, so I don't know what they're like or anything like that. I don't know what it's like. This is why, because I'm going to do a stream. We're not going up to here. We're going to finish, go back, and so all you have to do really now is just beat the fire giant, and yeah, and the rest. But let's see what this guy drops. Considering this might be easy, because I watched someone do this, and they started with the actual class that you'll get the spells with this from. So yeah. So I wonder if they had a bit of info. Transcendent Talents. Frost Builder. Wow. No armor. No, because you'd have to follow that path. Considering we got the spells for this area as well. It's not this, we just didn't take this. No, this is from... High on in. Yeah, 36 in. Turns human frame into dragonkin and boosts frozen... Oh! Okay, right. Members of the Dragon Tree, hewn in the Shadow Tree, once obtained, it allows items to be purged from the fingery to consume as a bounty, blah 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 blah. So let's have a look at this. We have to strip naked. So it's another form, dragon form, you know, so... They was talking about the Le Mans. There's something about the Le Mans jail. You will Oh well, I don't know. You can turn. Well, obviously, you know, I know you can turn into the man, but we were to talk about something to do with that. So this is a new. Let's go and see what it does then. So you have. That's quite a tough fight to get that, to beat him, to do this. So you're in a new dragon form. All right, let's see how this is. You know, they've just copied the other one, haven't they? Let me see what this is like. Right there, we'll have to take off. I need to see what it's like. So I need to take off the fire effect. Oh, no, we didn't do that. No, we just do. Just go to melee. They won't have this flame over us. No, it's quiet. Okay. Turns human frame into dragonkin and boosts frozen night intakes. Boy, that's a tough fight to do that though. I will say that. We got him though. That was an easier fight than, and this come up for the first time. This works in a very, very weird way, and we had to pump that up because I only had 4, and we still had 2 left over. As spells, this will usually boost. What's it say? It'll boost all the frozen spells. Turn human frame into dragonkin and boost frozen night intakes, just like the ones they got in the thingy. Oh, another thing I heard, Limmy, the Twitch streamer, interviewed with Mizaki. He's actually recorded it himself in Mizaki to do a Scottish accent. If you don't know who it is, just look at Limmy. Just look at Limmy. Oh, he's done it on YouTube. It's a couple of days old, and he's been talking about. Mizaki got in touch with him about doing a Scottish accent for Bloodborne remaster on the PS5. Now I do know if the PS5 was going to be remastered, it had to involve both the 2 original parties, FromSoft and Sony. It was never going to be a Blue Point thing. So yeah, so they got a hold of Limmy. He's quite a big Twitch streamer, Scottish accent to play. So that obviously they're going to put a Scottish accent in there. So this is what they're going to be working on. This guy does not lie, because he was streaming and he blurred it out. He said, "Oh God, there goes my NDA." This is 4 days ago, because he hardly says anything on YouTube. It's all on Twitch, you know. That's how he makes his money. And he's not the mega big streamers, but he's quite a big streamer. You know, he's not the Asmongold Golds or the Kai Sinets or anything like that, but he's bigger than your, you know. He's been streaming on that platform for a long time. He makes a living off of it, you know. So he just posted a video. He got about 30,000 views. He's actually playing Elden Ring. He just let it slip, and he just talked all about it. And I thought, this guy just he actually doesn't lie, because he does a lot of IRL streaming. So check it out for yourself. You'll soon find out, because I think I actually do believe him, you know. But anyway, dragon form, I do like this. You actually do look like him, so you don't look like the other dragon. Wow. So to come out of this, because we've got no frost spells. Well, we have, but we haven't, you know. Let's go back to our roll form. I suppose you have to die haven't got seppuku either. Oh, I know what you can do. Let's have a go. Oh, the new bow that I found. Yep. Fantastic bow. So this will be going on the bow. I imagine this is going to be with the on the bow class. The Shadow Sapling. This is just a Faith and Dex. I've already tested it out. It does a lot of damage. Yep. And all that scaling, you've got to just ignore it because it's as you can see, it's 22 Faith that, and it's in Hinterland. Yep. So I found that. So I thought that will be in the bow class because we know where to get the jewel for that as well. But as of these new claws we got from this guy, I didn't know he was going to get that. So that's that. So frost build up. That's a tough fight. With this, where I would say with new stuff to play with. But I will say something, we was just taking so much damage, not from him, but just so much damage from that frost. That's what I was thinking to myself, even though we got him down to the edge, but then it just comes and like tread on me, stand for me, or do something, or that is just doing so much damage. This is not a vulnerable thing. It doesn't put us in a vulnerable state, you know? Like some of these other talismans, like these two here, for example, by 10% take more damage by 10%, you know? This is meant to give us a buff, which I think it did in the end, but it wasn't happening in the melee form. But you do have to die in this, and we just tested those, so the only way I can think with this is this is what puts you into red tear stone, is the glass. Gnaw some glass. Come on, we got some glass. Now that tortoise was a buff, which I didn't know. I didn't look at that. I only looked at it when I just come there. We're gonna have to edit that down to maybe a couple of kills then the fight, because you can eat that. I'm not going to eat it because it's mostly worth about 40,000 ruins. We don't need to level up. Where's the glass? Come on, man. Alright, glass. And it's also the only one we didn't get is Rykard, Millennia's, and someone else, I forget. Glass. Where's the glass, Mac? There's some good, this class, this one we just beat, you'll be able to most probably count all that with, cause these are the spells, yeah? Bubble Snare. I found all these spells in behind Gaius, loads of times. For the last couple of years they stuck, but they're not now anymore if I went that way to do Gaius. So where's these glassed shards? Have to be in the inventory. Forgot we had those golden vowels. There you go. That'll take us out. Yeah. It doesn't put you as low, but it does get you into red tear stone. I got red tear stone? Let me look. Oh, red feather in here. No. I'll have to jump off something then because I think it only works the once. Removing 80% of your maximum HP. So it doesn't kill you then. So okay, so this is what, I don't know if this is what red tear stone is, you know? How low you have to go to get into, well not red tear stone, red feather in this game. The glass shard is the equivalent in this game to Dark Souls and all that, like fluff. Let's jump off somewhere up here somewhere. Oh, right. I bet this don't do it. Or just let something kill you. No, no. We'll have to take to get out this form, do Fire Giant, and then just mostly do it. Yeah. We'll level up these claws. Go and do Fire Giant and close the keys. Interesting. Okay, let's put our Malakath gear back on. God, this has just got no resistance to that frost. There's nothing in it I could bite on either that would give me. There's a couple of spells that you'll be resistant against that, you know. Now I don't usually, well, yeah, got a few bosses, but I'm not one of those people that sits there and gets stuck on a boss for 6 hours. Yeah, it's not one of those. I'll either get round it or level up or whatnot. But you know, the people that do the Elden Ring, they just won't level up, won't listen to anyone, just be stubborn. And we will level up these claws because this is coming to an end. We could use these, yeah, because we are in the best thing about this is there's a lot of new weapons we ain't found, I do know that, but the best thing about this, if you do come unstuck with a lot of the bosses, is this weapon here. It really is good, you know. Malakath's blade didn't do nothing on that boss, but it's different bosses for different things. I don't know, that frosty magic was ripping through me like a cold sword. We'll level up because we've got these. you're with this magic goes. You'll be able to go 99 magic with this in this class. Yep, mind, whatnot, because this is. It actually needs the strength and that, but I'm just saying this is the spell is just all in. 12, we ain't got no more 13s, but it doesn't matter. We could use these on Fire Giant. Wait, their status. They're in the third slot. Status 3762. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Get rid of that. Fire Giant. We'll bring back our favourite. There's a lot of weapons here that I know this is very, very good as a thrusting weapon. Now, this is a new weapon. We're going to do a frenzied, even though we done one last year. But this is the frenzied. It's actually got a new weapon as a starter class. It's this one here. So we're going to do a frenzied playthrough next, because that means we can go through the frenzied area, which I haven't been through. We're going to save all some of the good stuff. After we've been through, went all the way through that new legacy dungeon and fought that. Quite a tough boss, but we will do it again on another class just to see how it is. I'd like to see how it is with that class, because I know what class that is. Right. Mixed physics. We can go with consecutive attacks makes it grow stronger. The only one we haven't done, I want to leave this side over here because some of this has been modded over here. The Halleck tree's got the militia in it. We're going to leave that, so that's all to be explored on another time. Otherwise, I'm just spoiling everything for myself with other playthroughs. But yeah, I don't even know what this is like. But we certainly know what this new place is like here. And this guy clapped our cheeks for about 40 minutes. But now it's time to start. There's quite a few bosses in the dungeons out here as well. No bosses. So this is quite interesting. I just want to see what. Hold on. Is this what they do? These swords. Look. The L2 is like. Oh, that's good. They're quite good. As a new weapon, as Fire Giant, so how we do it is because it would work on both. These are all new. That's new. This new. That's new. That's new. That's new. There's a lot of other new. That's new. That's new. There's a lot of new stuff that we. That. So consecutive attacks. That. Right, so what do? Do we go melee? Try these weapons. could try those weapons. I mean, it's ice. But I think would be good enough with this. 224 at 526. You just want to just see those ice things poked out because we've got Fireboy here. Map of the Giants. So that'd be the map that would show you all the remnant crafting would be just lightning if you went in the magic. Yep. So the only new thing with the talisman situation is the jewels. And because we, you know, obviously Malekith is the last boss to actually do this, this was a nice touch what they've done up here, you know. Elden Lord, so that would be, it's one of the melee classes, I know that. It's when you go up here and do this bit. So before they done, because you got Selwyn the bird back at the hub, it would tell you if you missed anything or whatnot. Sometimes I had to come back and read that and say, oh, it would tell you, oh, you've got to beat such and such. And now there's so many bosses because you can take so many different paths. You don't have to do Godric. It's better sometimes to do the other paths because you don't need to do Godric to do that. You know, I mean, you don't even have to go up to the tower. I've done it while they're all blocked off. I think they come all unblocked when you've done all the main thingies. Like, obviously, the matriarch is up on that one. We couldn't go up on there. Then you got the other one. This is Millennia's one. Okay, then it's... What do you want, my sweetie?
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin?
For you, we are.
Very well. Let my hand. O Erd Tree, you shall burn. Burn for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
I love what they done here with this fight here. I just love it. Because technically we haven't got we'll have to see if you've got divine, because we are high faith if we get divine Lord's fortification. Have they changed anything in this end? Right, so now you can see, because we've done... No, it's not that, is it? Hararalu. Okay, right, that's it. If someone hadn't watched this, yeah, that's just a bit of a spoiler. you can jump down the hole and still do the underground bit, which we don't really need to do. It's still there. I presume that is a talisman if you jump down there, or would it be because you do make your own talismans, or just it could be a somber. The only thing they changed with this is with all the upgrade materials, you only had to go as far as here, and that was it. You had all of them. You didn't have to go to, like, you didn't have to be, you know, Sarah Blade of Ancients, which replaces the Godskin duo. And I was wondering if wait, there's that. I don't think there's another grace. So you have got the number 2 talisman. I'm not too sure if they've got it in the mod, because you've got you have the first one, but you don't really need it. I just wondered if what they've got on the thing. I'm not too sure if there's a thing. It might go back to the fire giant is, I forget, it's pretty minuscule. I don't know that. But we did get popped. We did get popped. Oh, of course we did. We come out of dragon form. Yeah. So there's our friend there. Oh god, I love this. Oh, their shield. Yeah, you have to go and get his shield. Yeah, and his shield is actually from here, the hidden path of the Halib tree. You jump down, and where the because his shield does spells and incantations as well as being a shield. If you go through there, they've sort of modded this, but have already been through there, and you jump down where the closed, the hidden wall is, where you get the silver scarab in there. That's where his thing is. I'm sure it is. Anyway, let's go back. So we've got, so the grace is Landell Capital of Ash, right? Yeah. This is just because usually with some we've picked up. I'll have to look at the spells to see if we've got Divine Lord of Fortification. Because it said this earlier and nothing happened. Look at the fingers now; they're up when they're usually bent over. It's only Zuli the Witch that's coming there. I've seen that's actually murdered all these. So Omen Ban, we're not going to need these runes, no. Or still the, I suppose it's better than the ordinary. Increase faith and arc by 2, reduce weapon stamina cost by 6, and increase weapon damage by 2. So it's not a, we just buy all this. Increase faith and arc vigor by 2. Increase all fire damage resistant by 3. Those claws surprised me though. Yeah. Very good. And that bow. Let's check the ladies, because they usually, we might have it as a spell on us. It did say something earlier when you do, it says something goes into your, but it doesn't, because it's a mod. I'm talking about Divine Lord's Fortification. As of Pest Threads, there's a very good spell to be, what's his name, Elden Beast. I think they might have redone Radagon. Memorize spells that be in here. Blessing of the Protection. Blessing of Power. Not seeing it, no. Might be down that line somewhere. Yeah. These are all new. These bleed spells. Because this spell here used to be a lightning spell. And look at this spell here. This is 80 faith in the DLC. In the main game, it's 40 faith here. Now we could follow the path. This the what do we call it? I'm sure it's the Dragon Cultist, but no, it's just a Divine Lordification. I think they've changed Elden Beast and Radagon a bit. But hey ho. This here, I love this. Yep. You can go and get his shield though. His shield is very, very good. They added it in the last update of this game. Because it does act as a shield, but it acts as a, like I say, just like what you get from Meteor. Does both skills and a shield, yeah, it does skills and spells. I can't bother to go over. That was a long fight with that new boss. And there's still a new boss. Now I had a funny feeling this boss I would have just wiped out clean. This one here, but because it's very similar to Chimera, you know, because these are the new bosses. That one, Chimera, the sort of major bosses. Chimera, the one we just done just a minute ago. And the Godskin, it was easily done, you know? That we had to get our spells. They were the new bosses, but usually some other boss will always catch you out because it might be short armor or whatever. Everyone's got there's definitely stronger classes in this mod. There's no questions about that. There's some very good classes in the melee section as well, where you get insane amount of buffs. So they've had to rework that. The spells, so a lot of going over of what they've done. I didn't like the melee idea at first, but when I played it I thought, okay, it is very, very good. It almost become broken in a way. But this... So I'm not too sure if we've got... Get our FP up a little bit. When I first see this and I done this, I thought, well done on you guys. You know what I mean? Absolutely well done on you to this tramp of a guy. Annoying that will have you be the hardest boss in the game. Technically, if you do challenge runs, we'll just run up it nice and slowly. See? The amount of damage we do with that, and then, like I said, just because this boss is just an ordinary, you do get his, you get his weapon, his shield is from, like I said, it's, we'll see, I think the shield is in that hidden area where No. I'm thinking of the Garden of Eyes mod here now. But there's a trial that you have to do on this bit here. And then I suppose just for, because you can walk out there, it's not like, that's the best thing about this mod, you can be in a boss fight and think, oh nah, I'm getting out of here, do you know what I mean, and just leave. You've got no enemy aggro neither, so you can always open up your map anytime. I bet this is a... yeah, I thought so. Right, as of that, let's get in. This is going to be light soon, I'm going to have trouble sleeping. We've got Hararalu, Radagon, Radabeast. Let's quickly go back and just see. His weapon's quite good. Now all these bosses are all bosses that they've done before. I mean, they've all been a new boss at some stage. So you're looking at like literally 4 years worth of work. So that's Skarde's Haida weapon. Yeah, so it's like a crucible weapon. So if you didn't know, then we'll quickly look. We'll quickly go here. Because they did mod this out a bit, but I've looked a little bit here. This has all been modded here. Yeah, we've only been. I just mean there's a lot of frenzy stuff there. But to get this guy's shield, I wonder where this is. This looks like where we was because it was the Nox. Hidden path to Haligtree. Oh, so we've gone. No, because it's been the beast eyes quivers, but it can quiver as much as it likes. Mate, he's gone. Me old mucker. Wait there, where is the... Actually, if you die like that, you don't lose the thing. It says, yeah. Let me see this. Oh, you do then. Yeah, we want to do the militia as well. I bet if they didn't change the paths to the militia, and I know the being quite difficult, but how good the bows are. It's in the Haligtree. The Haligtree is all been. Is there a new way of? Wait until these stop. When you've got the Vulgar Militia boss, someone was saying I was in the Haligtree. I can see, but there again, we could be wrong. It could be all the way. This is a bigger drop. Yeah. I'm only gonna do this for a bit because I think Hararalu I'd rather do this tomorrow because I can always stream tomorrow and upload this another time because streaming and upload are totally different. Haven't got any. shield, I'm sure, is there. They have got a wiki, but I looked at it the other day and it didn't look like it had been updated when they said it had been. I couldn't find the jewels, that's what I mean. They had told you all the talismans and all that was, but they most probably was already there, but I had so much trouble finding my jewel. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it for 3 hours. So, we're just testing this, because this is normally where you... Alright, so, I mean, you can see there is a way down there somewhere. Alright, and perhaps it's no longer here, considering we hadn't looked here. That's it. Perhaps it... it's the most... No, I don't know. Someone said the Vulcan in the Convergence Discord, right? So I'm only going off that. I would have thought, if anything, it would have been here. Considering this has been changed. There you go. Oh, here we go for the parkour bit. This must be better done with spells going through here. Absolutely little shit. They really are. Considering, again, new territory, and you're bound to get pushed off. Heroes runes. What are they putting there? It's a bear, isn't it? Well, we could quickly get out of it, but oh god, we've got a little bit of FP for Bloodhound. So the claws are there, they changed those, so that's the claw thing. What is this? No. Vulgar Militia Stronghold, no, it's here. Yeah. So it's not in. No, it's not. So now I know the Vulgar Militia Stronghold with the new Vulgar Militia boss is here. Someone said it was in the Halleck tree, and I thought, okay, yeah. They've gave him either more HP, the Vulgar Militia boss, or they've dropped his HP. It's one or the other. As this is a total new area, we're gonna do this some other time. Because this has got like, we've got nearly 80 hours on this save. And yeah. We're gonna bring this home and check all these out. Another time. As I thought we The shield could be anywhere now. Most probably could be lying about here. But this is where the new boss is, you know? So, on that note... we've just got to beat Hararalu and Radagon and Elden Beast, and that's nearly 1 hour and 45 minutes of recording. And did I get anything? No, we never, but we got stuff to munch on. Consume all. Okay, well that's gonna do it. I need to get some sleep. Yeah. Tough fight with that ice boy, and then I'm gonna record the rest of this and upload it in a couple of days. But when I do that, I'm gonna start most probably a stream later on tomorrow of a new class. We most probably go with the frenzied, and I know where the frenzy takes us. It takes us into a pretty, even though you've got a new weapon with the class, I noted it straight away. I noticed a couple of classes of new weapons because we've got so many hours in this mod. But the frenzied, because we can see it right here, Gold Cave Frenzied Troll. This is annoying, this troll. He spews over it because you've got nothing but cloth on, but you've got this new weapon which I leveled up when I first started this game. Because I thought it's the only weapon we had, and I thought, well, always worrying about the damage that we was doing with the soulburn, like status effects, and we've had no trouble with it really until that last boss. So I know these stone claws are usually somewhere. These are like with like say the beast class. You get I can't remember. This is like one of the classes. There's loads of claws and things like this in this game. You know, just like these new. These are fantastic. These are tough boss to beat. I bet he's not tough if you face off with him with that exact same class as him. Because I see someone pick that class and go, right, let's go. He must have, because he's like, you know, very pally with the team. I'm not going to name who, but I thought to myself, I bet he got inside information on what to pick.
Take a look. Don't worry. I'll continue, which is why his roots, he won't like his shackle, his high top. To think I knew I think we could, but it's only...
Okay, right, that's going to do it. 2 more bosses left. Hararalu, Radagon and Elden Beast. Then I'll record that tomorrow. I won't upload it because I've already got one uploaded already. I won't upload it for a couple of days. I'll let it sit, but I'll upload it in 4K. And we'll most probably start another playthrough, but it's going to be frenzied, or there's 2 classes I'm interested. One is the bow, but not yet. One is definitely frenzied. 2 is the Nox. One of them's going to be a mage, because I want to test to see the dual system, because I know the mages, I found 2 jewels that go with the mages, or if they don't, I don't know why one is just magic. There's one which is totally different, because you've got 3 mage classes where you get the jewels from. This hasn't gone onto YouTube. I recorded a whole hour of me doing in the DLC all these jewels, and this one right here near Metia. Right, so you have to have 4 talismans to do this, and these are all mage classes. Then when I done another one, it says boost magic, and I thought, oh my god, so that would apply to literally all these classes here. And this one, not down here. Oh yeah, we did get down here. This is for the bow and the level 1 class. So I've done a level 1 run. So that talisman would absolutely boost the stats out of that and give it, you know, power, because that armor set is all the all-knowing one, you know, and it's really difficult to get. I had a really tough time doing a level 1 run in here. Anyway, that's gonna do it. So I'll finish the recording of this tomorrow, and we're gonna whack up a stream, because my subscribers haven't had a stream for quite a long time. Not that we get a load of views, but I just feel like it's sometimes it's better to upload, sometimes it's better to just, you know, stream, because I have to change a lot of the stuff on Wavelength. Okay then, that was challenging, that boss. So. Okay, it is Sunday morning, and we'll be finishing. We've got 80 hours on this save. Yep, on the Convergence mod 3.0. I've just been doing some IQing, which we don't really need to do, but maybe a little bit in OBS. But anyway, so I don't have to do it in CapCut. But I think, and this could be sort of, as we didn't have we had high enough in, I would have thought. Weapons, no. These stone clock, yeah, because we went somewhere and I found out that the Vulgar Militia, these come from the new boss. These are very good claws, and you can go into dragon form as well from this boss here, Der Graf's Heart. I don't know what class that is. It's a single stack class. Really, it's a bit boring class to play, if you ask me. But I'll tell you something. That boss yesterday, we'll record some of it, but I was doing it last night, and we're not. It's just max level in here. But I'll tell you something. This guy here kicked me. Yeah, this was a tough guy yesterday, and I had to do him. Considering we had him right in the last bit, and he can potentially just slam you to the ground and one-shot you. Literally. Is the damage from his the frost was that's what I was taking the most damage from. As of this is our armor, Malekith's armor. There's been a lot of people, I know, there's been a lot of people cheating in all the spells, literally, through a save editor, manager. You just look up the spells and you just import them in. You know, I'm talking about from the Convergence mod. So some people have had like everything all in one hit, you know, but that's not me. And another thing that I didn't realise with this here, because this is all this will come on the recording that I'm recording now, but I didn't realise this was a buff turtle. There's another one, because I see someone, not going to mention her name. These are Not these is wait there. These might come from that same place. They look similar because that guy, I couldn't believe how aggressive. No, the Garden of Ice mod is a lot harder than this. Believe me, I would tell that for now. And I haven't beaten it, considering I've been a patron on that mod for 1.5 years. Right? And we will wrap it up soon because they've done a big update, and I really don't know what it was because this sort of something else dropped, then this drops, and I thought, oh god, it's all dropped at once because I was expecting this mod to drop around about February. So someone was saying, but yeah, it come, you know, all the way into June. But so we'll mostly go with, we're going to do a recording right at the end of the game. So the Vulgar Militia I actually did get wrong. Halleck Tree, yes, but Halleck Tree where the boss is here in the hidden path. Yeah, I found the area because I went to jump down to find the shield of a boss that you do from, wait there, where is it? We've only got Horalu and that one's to do. Scarday, alive, dead. He's dead. Or he's alive. He's dead though. I don't know why it's got dead and alive. Yeah, these are the bosses underneath, yeah. Oh, yeah, because we... Yeah, that's right. Time to wrap up. There's some bits and pieces around here. I haven't looked all the way up here, but I know some of this area is modded. I'm not too sure about the Halleck Tree, but the Vulgar Militia boss is in this hidden path. You jump down and... Did we pick up a weapon from them? Yeah, this claw. Now, I've had this... A stone claw, they renamed it. I can't remember, but there's a lot of claws like this. You always pick this. This is like... Oh, this is from the boss that replaces... Oh, God, what's his name? The annoying guy. Gideon. So... then Elden Lord Crown is one of the strength classes that comes after Fire Giant. Fire Giant's whip. In the Garden of Ice mod, you get his leg, which is like a big stump. But I will say one thing. These weapons here are very, very good. These talons cause frost. Now, we've got the int to use these. And I nearly used it on the Fire Giant. And, because they've got a bit of a weapon art as well that comes out. And the heart, so you go into dragon form. I don't know if I was recording this yesterday, this bit going to dragon form, because you have to die to come out of it. But this is, well, it's dragonkin form, so it boosts all that type of stuff, all those spells and whatnot. But god, that boss is hard. I just think we didn't have the... And just a minute ago I was just looking at my spells. You don't need to get every single thingy. Like... You know, they haven't added any new ones of these. The only thing they've added is the jewel system. And we got our jewel. I ain't got a clue where the rest are. But as of spells, these are... Look, we've got enough to use some of these spells. I'm not too sure if these are... This goes up to 69. Now, I found the masters of these. Apparently so, a bubble's been nerfed by the guys. So I'm guessing it's from here. But I found the master spells of these behind... do you know what? 2 years ago, I found the master spells sitting, so whenever the DLC come out, in the Albinauric shack where Gaius is. So I picked them up, thought, oh yeah, lovely. Then I played that class, and I tried to equip it. It says, oh no, this is the master class. Now, I don't know if these are the last ones. I'm gathering at 69 because a lot of spells are split. You know, like these. I think this could be the Nox Oracle. Like you got 32, 32. You add them up, that is 64, and so forth. Like mine's been split. This is a very good class. You get a very, very good weapon with this. but the Stormcaller. They also showed in with this class, I think what it is with the Rosary class. So I know a lot of people that go through and they just try and get the stuff. Because you see in the video when they released the video, and I reacted to it. A finger snap and it all dies. I think it's something to do with you pick up some Rosary beads that you have on. So yeah, there is a thing where you can kill Millennia with a finger snap, but I think it might be a key bind on a mouse, and I see it from a Australian guy doing it a long time ago. You can still do it now, but it's the first time I see someone kill someone with a gesture, you know, and it was Millennia because this was pre-DLC. So all the blood stuff, this is the bleed. Apparently, so this all got reworked because when 15 months ago I did play the bleed class as a, you know, because of Mogwin Palace, how it was beautifully done it was. The spells were extremely lackluster. So I don't know, I mean these are some of the spells, because this would have come from Comrade, being like this one here, hidden up 42. That's like 84. And yes, finally we got some new rot spells, because they never changed these. And the new ones here would be this one, Pest Thread Storm, that one. You'd have to check these ones out now. Now, I've left some bosses. Well, we've left quite a few, and there's a reason for that, is time. There's still the Hunters to do there. And boy, going through there it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still a bit of a get me out of here, you know. Considering we went through, a quicker way to go is jumping down here, and you got a spark when you kill this boss, and whomp, you go right over here. Or if you do kill Fire Giant, obviously that is the other way. And last time I remember we was right out here somewhere, so whether that is still the same. But there's 27 classes, and also I don't know if we mentioned this yesterday, these claws are very, very good. Going into, like I said, this new Dragonkin form. Also there's something to do with the Lament. I heard very early on when the game was in early access, so because we had it early access, that people were talking about the Lament. So obviously this is new because this is the defrag's heart, so you go into that sort of form. So I think the Lament might have been something happened in that dungeon, or with the change in that. But as a spell, just looking at some of this, yeah, I was getting absolutely blasted. Not but so much the physical damage, but just in general the damage from the frost. It was just ripping straight through me. There's always a way, because I didn't go around and look at this. This is the older spells, the Godskin, right? So obviously these could be all the vanilla up to here, and these are the new ones. There's some very good spells in here, but the highest one here, or one of them, I think it's one of the highest, this just cancels out the Godskin spell that's on you. So I mean, you could have gone in there early and got that spell, because that boss wasn't hard, not at all. No, not at all. There's our friend here. Yep, and I was surprised because I think you fight him a Dragonkin exactly like that down in Lake Rot. You know, he's got no health whatsoever. This guy, it's because he's a human form. Then he goes into that mode and ripping through me like butter. So in the end, with the melee, we've done it with spells. Yep. So, and the spell I got it with, because this would have locked us in. It's not that. Let me just. It's not that. It was this one. So it pushes you back. And when we go into spell mode, which is obviously. And we get a huge lump of FP. And we had just a couple of different talismans. So I didn't want to get into the vortex because like this guy was just very, very aggro. Very aggressive. So it was, I think it was this, yeah, the one that pushes you back. Because this one here, now Couch Jockey said this has got better tracking, right? This has been reworked. Apparently, since I had, because I've had early access, this has been reworked. Meaning, it tracks better and hits enemies. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's subjective, you know? And the other thing is, because we never finished the bow build, so we'd have to do that, is finding a new bow that absolutely, really, we might have mentioned this before and might be going over, but the Shadow Sapling that is just a pure faith and dex. And when they talk about bows, all these bows have got this scale in it. It looks like you've got a 10,000 plus weapon, but this does a lot of damage. So I would imagine this will come under the marksman class because it's very, very good. I played it and I quit it out right at the end because I thought I'd been done. I thought because there was 2 red ruin bears in a DLC and one didn't. There is 2, but I thought I can only remember one. In the DLC, it was the one up here and didn't drop Egon's armor, and I was like, "What? You must be joking!" Because you know it's still in beta. Things are not right, but yep, there is another red bear around here somewhere. I do know that. That is where it come from. Yep. So I quit out of that. Mind you, that was. You're very light with that that bow, but it does a lot. You can do a lot of damage with it. That's what I mean. And that bow there, I tested it yesterday, and it's like wow, 6,000 a hit on a dummy with that new bow that I found, and that was up in Hinterland. Anyway, let's come out. Oh, we do get a free bit of gear down here. Yeah, golden excrement. This is the only one that I haven't found. Not this one. Is this one here? No, it's not that one. There's actually a donkey. Yeah, I haven't found. Which is the Madness Donkey. Yep, so that is the only one. As of the mounts. Actually, we'll be going, I think, melee now, because this is just a bit overwhelming. Now, there's a lot of shields that do some good buffs with some other classes. There's only one good. There's really Malekith's weapon. I don't know whether. What have they changed with it? I couldn't see anything change with it. Considering it's probably one of our strongest weapons. I mean, this is a new weapon. This cleaver we found. There is quite a lot. I was just looking at Patreon and the Discord, and there's another weapon. This is the trick weapon. This one here. This is Conrad's bloodletter weapon. obviously he didn't drop a weapon, just drop spells before. Now this one is Nia's Passot. Now I did see these guys actually highlighting this just literally a couple of weeks ago. I was just watching it just then. This is actually in a dungeon where we got our spells from. So, oh, we do have a map. I guess we do have something to give you. Mountain top of the giants. So Liurnia, wow, this has been really done over. Yeah. We're not talking about not Liurnia. Where what's her name is? Renala. So all these magic things that I was thinking, where is that? It's all in Radiclaria. Consecrated snowfields, that you have to be Millennia, Liurnia, obviously Renala, and this so you can see all the enemies and where everything is. The Realm of Shadow is Mesmer. So we got 1,000 something. That's nearly a level up. How much is to level up? We are quite high, yeah. Oh well. We've been high, we've been low. Well, I've done a level 1 run, so you don't get no... With the jewel, because I know where the hunter's jewel is for this, the level 1 is right next door to the bow one. Yep. Be a pain to get it where it is, because you've got all these enemies there. If that's the case, then we're not going to waste that. As we're literally marching towards the end of the game. So, well, I just showed a few weapons. I'm not going to sit there and do what some people do, the moveset of this weapon and that weapon. The game's absolutely massive. People haven't got everything in it. I really do know that. But, this is really, apart from fighting Moog over for 500,000 and a bit more, which I've done a lot, so that's 500,000, because it's so easy with this weapon, he dies instantly. You don't even need the blood tear. We are just shy of a level, so I'm not going to waste it. I suppose whatever they're doing next for these, because they have modded so much, I think they're going to come up, I can only think they're going to come up with something with Consort Radam, because I know how much Couchstocky moaned about that boss when he done it, yeah. That was the whole idea of this update. That was this mod was meant to be finished, yeah. And he said, no, I want 10,000, I want to do this and I want to do that. And talking to all his mates, well, the other devs, they said, oh, that's like 10,000 hours. So, yeah. Then, well, it did, because you had the updates you had all the updates that come 15 months ago. Then you had this. So I thought this was going to be the last one. But knowing that they didn't do anything with Consort Radam, otherwise it'd have been in the thingy. There's a load of bosses in loads of dungeons as well. I haven't been through the new areas where, because we will be doing a frenzied. How much is this? God, it's 1.2. We might not include this, no, because we don't really have to. Just highlighting some of the stuff, because it's like 23 minutes anyway. People only want to watch a video now for about, mostly about 20 minutes. Oh, we are. That's actually do it. Yeah. To mow with something like this, if you're ever stuck in this mod, just go and get this weapon. One thing I haven't tried though is the axe version of this. This here. This is meant to be absolutely, yeah. But still, there's a lot of weapons here. Oh, so we haven't, because the new system is showing you when you can level up as well. So we played the Frenzied class. The reason for, so we can go through the new area, you know. It's already been nerfed one spell, but hey ho. It's got better spells than what this has got. I do know that. There we go. So what do we go with? What's going to hit them all? Surprisingly, yeah, intelligence. Yeah. I had to whack my faith up, my vigor up 5 levels because of that boss yesterday, like that. When really I could have looked for some spells, like some magic negation that you would get from. Do you know what? Before the this come over. Now I'm not too sure. There's a scarab that goes along here. You know, where you pick up a certain weapon, the Bottle Grand Sax, and I thought, if it is there in the scarab, because it is, yeah, but it is a spell, yeah, which is a magic spell, because the amount of damage I took from that guy yesterday was unreal. I mean, we got him in the end, but it's still, it's there. I would do the last couple because it took me literally an hour and a half to beat him. So, and most of that was because we had no. We're just taking so much damage, just taking a buttload of damage from the his magic attacks. Even when he run and dashed, he was outrunning me. I was like, what is this guy? Is this guy on steroids? And this magic was just literally just zapping through me like I was like, you know what I mean? If you went in there with that class, it would have been totally different because I've played that class and those could be the last spells, because I think these are all the last spells for everything, the master spells, unless they release, that's 5, unless they release a 6. I was looking at some classes have got 4 still and some have got 5. Well, we'll see. Suppose we could go that. What did I put in the physics yesterday? Yeah. Oh, and yesterday, before we go here, we will get rid of these because it's a one-way on our way home. Yeah, with this. The God Skin. So you've got the jump ring there, and you got the other one that's in. That's the jump, that's the dex ring that launch and the other one here, but this all knocks down here as well. So let's take this home and see what we can rad a beast. So you can load old saves into this mod. Yeah. I like to start a new character anyway. Even if some of it is sort of like vanilla-ish, but we haven't done every single class. I didn't even think I'd do a level 1, but I said it to my subscribers, level 1? I said, yeah, why not? Give it a go. And we did, and we beat it. Who gave me the trouble? Because I tried doing the glitch as well to get past him. Yeah, Moog. If you were to do that again, now I don't know whether that's changed, but you have got, because it is a 6-piece of the all-knowing armor set, and you have to go to the DLC to get it, which is difficult, and you have to go into, before I can remember, you have to go into a mage dungeon and get in one bit of the armor, just to boost your stats, before you got the all-knowing stat. I mean, before you got all the all-knowing armor, because the all-knowing armor is the level 1 armor. But he's got a jewel now, so that will boost the level 1 stats or whatever and give you a lot more damage. Because you can play him a couple of ways. A little bit like the spells and a little bit like the melee. So the difference would be the Ruin Arcs. You haven't got like the Godric Ruin having 5 extra levels. And the mods, the health of the boss in this mod are a lot higher, so there's that to take into consideration. So the Millennia, I think, has got about 20,000 HP. In the mod, it's, well, of last version's mod, it was up to 30,000. Right, let's do some bufferoonies. Absolutely shattered I am. Yeah, didn't get a good night's sleep neither. I was about to go to sleep this morning and well, I've been asleep, but it's just been rough, you know. But I thought, well, we're up. If I feel shattered later, then I'll just go to bed. At least some of the heat's gone, because my flat was registering in my flat 36 degrees and 53 humidity. But, hurrah-a-loo. So if Nepheli's here, we're going to summon her in. Even if we do take her. We might take... Well, I don't think we will take that much of a beating. Wait there. How come she's not there then? This is for our dad. Let me just check something a minute, because let's go back to the round table for this. Because I went and done Nepheli's thing. Went down here, done that. Rescued her up there. Oh, the fingers. I think they've reworked the. Have they made a weapon out of the Finger Slayer blade? Let's just see if she's down here, because obviously you need a blue key to get her. Let's just have a look. If not, we'll just leave it. She's not there. Alright, so she's most probably AWOL. I did kill, what's his name? So let's just check. Folly on the Lake. Let's just check there. So where should have gone after this then? Well, no, because you can go up there. Because yeah, we haven't done Rani's questline and gone all this way. Rani's questline, you won't go this way. Oh no, the tower's got the rogue armor set in it, like a melee armor set. So let's just see if she's under the bridge. Just disappeared, just like into thin air. Well, God, it looks like, look, how much is in here? Wow. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, I thought you'd like to speak to Dad again. I haven't streamed for a long time neither, so I've got to change all the routing on the wavelink. It's not big. It's not a big difference. The rot spells. Yep, I haven't used those. Do you know what? You can't even. I don't even think you do get the. You might get the Dragon Communion seal. I don't know, because you do get the fingerprint seal here. Do you know what? You can cheat this in, right? And I'll bet you, yeah, because the deflector, that's not in here. Like the Shard of Alexander and all that sort of stuff. I've cheated all the stuff that you can't get in before. Like also with the Frenzied class, I cheated in because you don't get the free, as of 15 months ago, you didn't get the, you know, from the parrying, you didn't get that from the thingy going through there. You know, when I put it on, I've done a buttload more damage with the frenzy spells. They might have changed it now because of the spells are extremely, you know, quite powerful. Okay, well, we don't have to record all this in. I can just leave it out. What we were talking about earlier on here. So we could do, wait there, Hararalu. We could go with spells with that. I don't know if they've changed Radagon and Elden Beast. So where did she go? We got our ladies. We're good. Yeah. Let's go. Don't keep on slamming around. Oh, there's in the Garden of Ice. Yep. Well, I will talk about it because they've reworked him as of the beginning of June. Because you can play as him as a character.
Morgoth.
Oh. You get to have that visual overview as of the lion. Because you get his hand.
Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand.
Pest threads. I wonder where that was. We have got a pest spell. We might have to use that. I don't know. We'll see.
Alas, I am returned.
I think Marika's hammer's been changed from Radagon. But I'm not too
To
sure.
be granted audience once more.
We'll bring the girls out. There is a buff summon with a frenzied. I do know that.
The first Elden Lord.
Yeah, well, we've done a couple of melee classes, and I think the best one is bow. The bow is silly. Sharish. You get this animation, you have a hand. Yeah, that hand. Use that hand and you go into this form.
Me good service. Sirosh.
The grab boy. The grabber. Yeah, that's the weapon you get. Not in here, nah. Not in this mod. It transforms you into him. Well, but the lion part on you, yeah. It's a good weapon. It looks absolutely naff. Do you use it? It's extremely powerful. Because then it's been the whole boss 1 and 2 has been reworked. I've got to finish that mod as well because I can't afford to keep on playing. And the Garden of Eyes is, you know, it's not like this, which is free.
Now I fight as Horalu. Warrior!
Oh, come on. Where's the girls gone? Come on, ladies, do your work.
Tarnished.
Yeah.
Thy strength.
See, you didn't even need for this guy. And the new boss did the frag. We've had no trouble, literally. I've already mentioned it, but we might cut the video down short because we are at the end. But this boy here, we did do it with spells, but I will say one thing: that magic went through us like butter. There'll come a time when there was the scarab after you beat the second boss. Where Golden Godfrey, there's another boss there. And I thought, you've got the Cerulean Knight there, and I thought, should I run up there? Because it's all turned around backwards anyway. So everything's around the other side and whatnot. And I thought, should I go up there and get the scarab? If it is in there, to give you a bit of a magic buff. And I thought, no, it'd be alright. So wrong. Because that would have helped in that fight yesterday. You know? To have some sort of magic resistance. Alright, let's go back and get whatever he's got. And bring this to an end, because this would be... I'll start a stream very soon, within the next couple of hours after we've beaten the last bosses. And this will get uploaded in a couple of days' time. Doesn't have to be uploaded right now. Only uploaded the other one yesterday. Sirosh. So we've got nothing to spend $1 on. Regal Raw. So nothing special here. Now I thought these guys was going to change this weapon here. More got a sword. Now I did read it into Margit's Cane. Right, but because that's what it is in the Garden of Eyes. But no, the Margit's Cane is very, very good. But there's a lot of weapons in here. I mean, I found a lot, but not all of them. I didn't want to go looking for all the major things neither. It's weird. If we look, we've got so many bell bearings on us. Aurora. Is this a buff spirit? No. The turtle is though, yeah. Receive 20% additional healing from all sources. That didn't work with what's his name? No, it didn't. Where are you hiding, the felly? Okay. This poor old girl, she's left there on her own now. Okay, let's level up one weapon. Oh, I suppose you could have gone to a 14, yeah. The Midnight Dagger, quite good because it's naturally got, oh, and the quietness on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go and buy nothing. This was quite a tough boss as well in that area. To get this weapon, the Quicksilver Fragment, it's only a dagger, but it's okay. Bastard Sword. The Fire Knight Greatsword is very, very good. On Millennia. As a poke strat. Don't tell me. Oh, no, since we've gone to 11, 12. Yeah, this is one of our weapons, but they're slow. They're just slow. We gotta take. Yeah. No. Smithing Stone. We should be able to. This should go all the way up to 14. Yeah. This come from the new area in the DLC. What you should call it is the new. Let me look at some of these spells. T-boning would work still. What is this really high spell that this here? Because this actually just stops the. If you had this, yeah, then it stops because there's a lot of Black Knights in here. Godskin, it just stops that damage. That's all it does. Because we can. I'm just looking for. This might be good. They might have done something with this class because I did see it in the video. Storm one. They've got a really good weapon in this class as well. You might want to start with the blue key with this class as well, because if the weapon is left right where it is, then you might want to go and travel there straight away and get it. Just trying to think of. Right, have we got a holy? Increase the holy damage of weapons. Oh, it's the holy weapon of weapons. So it's not a holy for you. Defense and shield. Massively heals. We haven't had a heal on that. No. Displacement. Yeah. Launch you forward. These are quite a good frenzy spell. This one's very good. You get a bigger one of this. So we'll be playing it soon. It's only it's only a couple of classes that has actually got a new starter weapon. But I think as we haven't got the golden Lord's Fortification that normally drops from thingy, but as he's dead, it's most probably in the Dragon Cultist class. We're just going to put that on for a heal. Okay, then let's bring this to an end and see how this goes. Bells, melee, whatever. Radagon, I mean, he's weak to fire. This is holy, but it's different, isn't it? This. Bloodhound Step. You don't need Bloodhound Step, no. Because. Just trying to think about another weapon there for a minute, because you can horse fight this. Yeah. It's been a long time. I mean, this is one of our weapons as well. It's obviously, of course it is, but... Sword of Darkness. So this weapon is new, this is what you'll start off with the Frenzied class. This is very good, this Comrade's Bloodletter. Thrusting, but it does an explosion. Very good weapon for a starter for this class. The Regal, I still haven't managed to get it to do its split damage because it's one of those trick weapons. No. Obviously the big bonk weapon does a lot of damage. It's just so slow. Just kind of a look. Causes blood loss. We're immune to bleed, especially Elden Beast. Ah, I know what spell I can put on if we do change. I did try this. This does do a little bit of damage. This got nerfed. Whether they unnerfed it. Here's your level 1. The Sorceries of the Wilder ruin level 1. Oh, the Smith script. Yep. So with one class, it's Smith script weapon, you get the rosaries. That's where you get the finger snap gesture. This is one of the weapons as well. The blood, rib cage, whatnot. It's bleed and soul burn. The crag splitter. These are new weapons. Immolation. Let me see what that looks like, because that's a new weapon. Well, I don't think we really need that. This is new. That's new. Now I've tested these. So we got so many scatwatch. They're just in 5 strength decks. It's weird that you get sort of like the crag blade on it or rock form and it disappears instantly. So this is just a buff, and this, no, it does more than that. Yeah, it does. It's mostly, I think it's part of the Death Blight stuff. Yeah, Blight Pole. This, yeah, I used to love this weapon till they nerfed it. But I don't know if things have been unnerfed or what, that's the thing. These claws are very, very good. I put these on yesterday when I was in dragon form, and it will be, you might be able to see it, because that fight yesterday took about, well, it'd be an hour fight anyway, because we keep a couple of deaths in, but I died a lot to it, I do know that. This is what these claws do in L2 form. Considering this is also in with the, because this is just because we hit the stats with this. This would obviously go with the rock form, not the rock form, the dragon form, which is there. The heart. It looks like the others, but obviously it's got that sort of head. Oh, this spell here, just in case, even though we haven't got the FP, we can always change it. What is this? Entwined Soul Tether. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna... Conjure an orb that travels forwards, causing bleed, death blight, poison, and that. 30 arcane. Oh, great. Let me just see, because this won't be a long recording. It'll only be about 2 and a bit hours. So if I just quickly put an arcane thing on. See, we haven't got it. We must have a pure arcane. We have there, right? Okay. Let me just see. Of course we can't do it. We got the thing on. All right. Just looks like the other. Light pest spear. All right. Okay. Take that off. Put that back on. What do I have with that? Must have been that. That. Now, wait there. Oh, this is soul burn. I just wondered if okay, right. Yeah, it's because Radagon's weak to fire. Oh, it looks like it stayed on there. But anyway. Oh, I know what I've been forgetting. Forget those. And I forgot this yesterday. No wonder. Damn. With that fight, yeah. Because this is the only thing in the game. There might be another. This is the only one that gives you Golden Vow. Totally forgot that. Yesterday, yeah. Where that these girls, I don't know if he's been buffed or Elden Beast or whatever, or Consort Radam, but the next update, I should imagine, depends how big they want to make this mod, because I know it's this, well, it's Kautrocky's passion and all their passion, and considering nothing's coming from, I've heard there's a leak in Bloodborne, I do know that from a strong source, on PS5 from Soft on PS5, yeah. Sony and from Soft have been talking, yeah, because they got Limmy to do some Scottish acting, voice acting, so. And they only said they'd only work together. So the Bloodborne remaster. It's on the worldwide internet. So yeah, we'll see it when it comes. Get the girls out. Let's see. So Marika's hammer might have been buffed. I do not know. I just see someone highlighting it, or they were just flailing about with it. I really don't know. he's wiped out the gals. Oh, very good. Quick, heal! Come on! I think that fire buff might have done it. The weapon. I don't know if these guys have been buffed. Obviously they got a lot more HP, but we do not know. Or has this fight been changed? I don't know. I see someone fighting it. This is the first time I've seen someone in the Discord. They posted it in the Discord when we had early access at the beginning. So someone's like, he looked like he was max level and he was tanking everything, wearing like iron. What's the... So you like lead, so you can tank the damage, yeah. He had no head, no armor on, so like no head, sort of armor type thing. Actually, he posted the video on Discord and I thought, okay, so has it been changed? Is it more difficult or what? I don't know. All the bosses have been they've been inflated, you know? The beam. Come on, quick heal up. Bum, 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 bum. Right at the... Well... Not here to win medals, that's for sure. So, how many hills? 10, 4, that's okay, yeah. We just need to get to him. This is done quick with this weapon. Oh god, the circle! Yeah. Do you know what? Now, that we take lightning damage. We have got that with that on. I'm twiddling about in there like. Oh, I didn't have that on. Oh, it doesn't matter. We didn't have that on, but it hasn't kicked in. It only seems to kick in on. Let's try without doing that. Let's just try normal. without nerfing our FP. I don't know why you can't cut this bit short. Well, let's just run. I mean, force it. Where are you going? Oh, we could have done them. No, quick. Wow. One of the worst fights. It's over you, girls. Oh. Star and G, because I know this weapon is very, very good in this fight, as well as is the Black Blade, a spell that we couldn't use, pest threads, anything that's, remember, this is holy, but it's, these are immune to bleed and holy, but this is, you know, this is soul burn, one of the best ones that you can fight him with. I wondered if that what they should have done with this game, because Cinder's mod had a thing where even though you can get plus 15s, because obviously the shadow tree, they introduced the shadow tree fragments for difficulty reasons, people being on all different levels would sort of all be at that the same until they boost their shadow tree level. Because in Cinders you couldn't get the 15s. They gave you the new game plus tree, Cinders mod, Dark Souls 3. So you could, right at the beginning of the game, you had a choice. You go into new game plus, be harder, then get the weapons up to 15 instead of going through all through the game, then again and going new game plus. So they gave you that chance because you had to kill these big jellied enemies that dropped the fragments and bow, like the Flynn's. It was called the Flynn's bow. You had the Flynn armor, the Flynn's ring, the Flynn's bow. The damage, you could two-shot Medea with 2 arrows. Yeah.
The fallen leaves tell a story
Then they nerf it. Yeah.
of how
I just wondered because
became Elden Lord.
you've got this path playthrough with all the 27 classes. There's no point of doing a new game plus.
The lands between.
When did the endings change to or
Our
anything?
seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
Finally. So that is the Godskin Celibate playthrough. Beta test. So it's still beta test. I thought it was out of beta because on the home screen it says, for me it's early access Elden Ring. Okay. Because on the old home screen of this, it was always Elden Ring beta. Now we know it's still in beta because it's not finished. Okay. Azuli might sort of be streaming tonight, The Witch. I might try and hook up and see what she's got to say. Well, we just as well buy this. What is this? Just a wave of gold? Okay, America's Hammer. Gold Breaker. America's Hammer, I do like America's Hammer, but I mean it's compared to all the other weapons, there's more powerful weapons in this game than what we've been using. I do know that. There's a lot. You know, I've read all the patch notes where you sort of forget. But that's it. That is a full playthrough, but not going every single where, but doing 2 of the new bosses, not the 3rd, because I'd rather do that through a class. And I'll upload this tomorrow because I only uploaded the 3rd playthrough of this. And then you will see how much I did struggle. I won't do it all because I recorded like 2 hours of this, and this is 1 hour and 20 minutes. What I just recorded here of, you know, because I can cut a lot down, but we would obviously include Haralu, but you don't want to hear me talking about what I was talking about, like the Bloodborne stuff when I was going through the game and all that lot, which I, you know, got wind of yesterday. If you do want to look at that, then you can just look at Limmy, the Scottish Twitch guy, because he's under NDA, but obviously, yeah, he's doing a voiceover for Bloodborne that's coming out on PS5. And that guy doesn't lie. Yeah. Miyazaki wanted a strong Scottish action in a new PS5 Bloodborne remaster. And I do know The only way that game would come together is with Sony and from Soft. No other. Blue Point would have never. It's only those two that would do it. That's the agreement. So that could be sooner than, like I said, if Matey's done the voice acting already. Yeah. He said Miyazaki had to do all these real strong Scottish accents, and he said this is the one I want. I couldn't even understand him. He's got a Scottish accent, but not the strongest Scottish accent. When he put this accent on, Miyazaki said, "That's the one." You know what I mean? He was like, "That's what I want. You've got it." So you can believe this guy doesn't lie. Yeah, he's a chilled out guy that usually does IRL, but when he was streaming Bloodborne, and obviously uploaded up to YouTube, and I think he just let it out by mistake. Yeah. It didn't really go viral, but it was I could see the people. I should have read the comments, because he's not the guy that winds up. Anyway, that's the whole playthrough of this class, which is quite good. But even though we're quite high, level 342, don't get me wrong, but I will upload this tomorrow, but this afternoon, which is quite near, we're going to do our first stream in a month, and we'll be doing the Frenzied Z lot, so we can actually go through that area and see what it's like, because yeah, we do not know what it's like, and I'm looking really, really forward to it. So we'll upload this tomorrow, but as the stream, we'll be streaming here in about a couple of hours. Anyway, this is the first time in a couple of years that we've done the Godskin Celebrant, and I see someone that's quite good friends with these guys, and as his first playthrough he started this, and I thought, I wonder what he went. He changed the Frenzied Z lot within 20 minutes. A chameleon. Yeah, well, they're stronger classes, I will say, but as a weapon, this is very, very good. Yep, the Black Blade is very, very good. We want to be using some of the new stuff, and yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be enough. And the friend, I would give this out of, it depends how the other classes go, I would give this an 8 out of 10, considering how wrecked. You're going to get one boss that's going to wreck you, but you don't have to do all the bosses, you see. You know, I could have just followed my path, but the new boss, yeah, we beat the boss that we got our last spells off was deleted within seconds, the Godskin, yeah, but that defrag guy, the Dragon Ice boy, yeah, we've got a chink in the armour, that's all I'm going to say. Okay then, back to streaming now, for all the classes. And yeah. And also, most probably the recordings, with going forwards with mod content, because I've got a few people on my YouTube channel that are on for the mods. We're going to be doing a lot of the classes here streamed, so everyone can get to watch that. But as of the Garden of Eyes, I can't keep on paying bills and whatnot. We've still got the summer, and obviously Neo 2, because I'm a huge fan of that. The second DLC comes out in September. That is still, we still got 8 weeks or a good 10 weeks for that, and it's mostly maybe 12 weeks for that, so there's plenty of time. We'll see how we get on with these classes, because some of these classes can go very, very quickly if we just stick to the path. But the Frenzy Z lot is the one we're going to be streaming in a couple of hours or so. This will be uploaded tomorrow, because I uploaded one yesterday, and I haven't streamed for a long time. 8 out of 10 for me for this one, and we're going to do all the melee classes. The most probably the first one we will go to with the melee will be the bow, as I've seen a new bow, and yeah, we didn't finish it last time, so time to give that one a go. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Godskin, Celeban. With, yes, and it has got new spells. No new weapon. But the Black Blade, Malakev's Black Blade, apparently so got buffed, but I don't know what they buffed it with, you know? But I do like that weapon, but in the Garden of Ice version of it, it's totally different, yeah. Because it does just pure red damage. Anyway, 2 different mods, 2 different thingies, you know? This is the pretty mod.